Welcome. 2 years ago, 3 teams faced off in the first ever engineering game. Students, alumni, faculty, going head to head to test their engineering knowledge. In the first 2 meetings, the students and the alumni took home the trophy, the coveted Michelson Morley Trophy, with the ring emblazoned with their year and class. Can the faculty finally win the coveted trophy in their third meeting? Or will one of the other 2 teams go to 2-0 on their scores? Tonight, we will find out which of these 3 teams will emerge the champions of eWeek 2023. It's time to play the engineering game. Welcome to the wonderful campus of Case Western Reserve University, everyone. My name is Jim Kilmer, and on behalf of Case Western Reserve and the Case Alumni Association, I'd like to welcome you to Engineering Week and eWeek 2023. Tonight, we have 3 great teams who are going to be playing 2 exciting games, as well as a speech from the Dean of our engineering school, and the presentation of a very important teaching award here at the university. So, before we get started, let's take a moment to meet our 3 teams. Starting with the faculty team, I'd like to welcome Harold Konemacher, Kathy Harper, Michael Hoare, and Brian Taylor. These are the faculty members who will be vying for tonight's title. Faculty, you have not won the trophy yet in the 2 previous installments of the engineering game. And I hear tell that Faculty Senate was so upset that they actually proposed knocking down the Michelson Morley fountain during the renovation of the quad in protest. How do you feel about that, and what do you think your chances are tonight?
I think the first thing we have to, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm all in favor of knocking down the statue if it just saves us of the shame.
Well, we will see if you can redeem your good name this evening in tonight's game. The next team we have are the alumni. And as last year's champions, we are welcoming back our 2022 players. They are Kate Hart, Frank Merritt, Chioma Onukwire, and Alex Scheppelman. Alumni, welcome back and congratulations on your 2022 win. How are you feeling, and do you think you can go 2 in a row tonight?
Feeling confident. I think we're going to do this.
Undoubtedly.
Excellent. As an alumni myself, I'm rooting for you, even though I'm not allowed to say that. And last but not least, we have our students team, welcoming 4 new students to the game this year. We have Rauda Abuduran. We have Sam Hepp, we have Franco Craze, and we have Russell Lubin. Even after practicing your name, Rauda, I still managed to screw it up on camera, but welcome to the game. How do you think the students are going to do tonight?
I think we're going to bring it home.
A lot of confidence from the student team. I can see that desire in your eyes to get the second ring on the Michelson Morley Trophy. We will find out which one of these 3 teams is able to pull it off. So tonight's game is going to follow the following format. First, we're going to play a round of Jeopardy! Because we have 3 teams who are all playing remotely, it's going to be slightly modified. There will be no buzzing in. We're going to ask each team to pick a category and a question, and they'll have an opportunity to answer it. Whether they get it right or whether they get it wrong, that'll be the end of that question. The next team will then be able to move on and pick another question. Teams will be able to continue going until we run out of time or we run out of questions, at which point their Jeopardy scores will be tallied. At the end of that first round is when we go into our intermission and the presentation of awards. During the intermission, the scores will be sensitized a little bit. We're going to divide everybody's scores by a factor, just so as we go into our second game, which is Family Feud, the scores actually mean something. Because in Family Feud, the maximum score you can get per round is 100 points, and so if we added Jeopardy and Family Feud together, really wouldn't be much of a game. Whoever won Jeopardy would win the entire score, so we're going to sensitize those scores to make sure that doesn't happen. And after a couple of rounds of Family Feud, we will find out which of these teams is the winner of the Engineering Game 2023. So, teams, are you ready?
Woo!
It's time to play Engineering Game Jeopardy! 2023. So for this year's game of Engineering Jeopardy, we have 4 categories. They are CWRU History, On the Road to Eureka, Back to Basics, and Who's That Faculty? And for Who's That Faculty, those will be video questions. So if you choose that category, there will be things to look at on your screen before you can answer. Starting with the faculty team, as the only team who has yet to win the title, you have the advantage. Faculty team, please choose a category and a dollar amount.
Harold, why don't you go first?
Oh no, not me. What was the road to Eureka? We'll do that for 500.
Starting big, On the Road to Eureka for 500. The $500 question is, this department is trying to advance hypersonic technology with an experiment where they will fire a projectile into water at 9,000 miles per hour. Faculty team, 10 seconds.
I'm going to say, Brian, is that your area?
Brian, take it.
It's not my area, but I think it's Dr. Brian Schmidt in Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering is correct, and that's 500 points to the faculty team. So moving on
That's
to
my contribution tonight.
moving on to the alumni team. Alumni, please pick a category and dollar amount.
Dr. Merrick, go ahead.
CWRU History for 500.
Again with the big dollar amount. CWRU History for 500. Which of the I suppose I should wait for the question to come up in case I have it wrong again. Yes, there we go. My questions are definitely out of order. So in 1882, Western Reserve University moved to University Circle from which other city? Was it Columbus, Worcester, Hudson, or Cincinnati?
Hudson.
It's Hudson.
Hudson.
Sounds like a final answer from the alumni. The answer is C, Hudson. 2 teams, 2 $500 questions. Students, please pick a category and a dollar amount.
I'll go. We'll do Who's That Faculty for $500. We got this.
Who's That Faculty for 500? Taking a look at the picture on your screen, which faculty member is that?
All right, squad, what are we thinking?
I know
I've seen that picture before, but I have no idea who it is.
Oh, come on, Sam.
I'm sorry.
I feel like it's
Okay, if Russell,
Is that Jason?
if Russell's
Is that
seen
Jason?
it, you think maybe like Bradshaw? If you've seen it, Russell?
It could be. It could be. I don't know. I'm like 0% confident in that answer.
You said it was Butler, maybe?
Oh, I said maybe Bradshaw.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be Bradshaw.
Is he faculty? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, final answer, students?
All right, Jason Bradshaw.
Jason Bradshaw.
Jason Bradshaw. Judges, I'm going to need the answer since my questions are out of order. Who is that faculty? Unfortunately, it is Michael Hoare.
He's my professor this year.
So the students miss out on their first question, but there's still plenty of questions to go. Faculty, back to you. Please pick a category and a question.
I got lucky last time, so I'm not going this time. Someone else has to pick.
So we try back to
I'm getting
basics
2
for
good ones in a
500?
row. No, not back to basics.
No.
I'm not getting embarrassed. Not on national TV by not answering a coding question. No.
Maybe crew history
Sure.
for like 300.
Okay, CWRU history for 300. Tell me, faculty team, which of the following companies was not founded or developed by a Case Western Reserve University alumnus? Was it Nike Air Sol, McAfee Antivirus, Craigslist, or Gmail?
I actually know this one because I was an alum of those schools. So Nike was done at Oregon and not here.
Yeah. The other 3 were here. It's A.
Final answer. Okay.
My answer is A.
Actually, the answer is B. John McAfee, Frank Rudy, is in fact an alumnus of Case Western Reserve University. So he may not have developed the product while he was here at the university, but he was in fact an alumnus. So the faculty have missed their first
Sorry,
question. Alumni, please pick a category and a dollar amount.
Trust me. I told you.
Should we stick with history for 400?
Or do we want to do Road to Eureka?
Up to you guys. Up to you guys.
I was thinking about risking back to basics.
Okay.
I don't know. History's kind of our thing, though.
Come on.
Okay, alumni, need a choice?
Kate, go for it.
Let's risk it. Let's go back to basics. Let's embarrass ourselves.
Dollar amount, please.
We got to go the highest.
Okay, back to basics for 500. Going right for the big dollars. Your back to basics question is, what does ASTM stand for?
Oh.
Ooh, not a
Is
lot
it
of discussion
American
from the
Society
alumni.
of Testing and Metrology?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That sounds right.
Is the testing metrology?
I'm thinking that's what it is. American Society of Testing and Metrology. And testing and metrology mean a lot of the same. One's measurement.
Okay, final answer. American
go with
Society of Testing and Metrology. That is incorrect. It is the American Society for Testing and Materials. So very, very close, but not exactly right. So this gives the students a chance to come back after 2 wrong answers in a row. Students, pick your category and dollar amount.
Let's go, baby. I'm not picking that first category, though. You guys got that.
I think we should do back to basics 400.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. I trust this.
Back to basics for 400. Students, tell me, this process converts atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia by a reaction with hydrogen using a metal catalyst under high temperatures and pressures.
Oh my God. This is embarrassing because we're literally going up against my professor who would probably not like that I don't know this, but
I haven't taken a chem class since freshman year, so I'm not helpful.
okay. Wait.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sounds like we have one subject matter expert on your team who might be able to give it a go. Students, what do you say?
Yeah. We don't get a phone call, do we? No, I'm kidding. Okay. No, so nitrogen to ammonia.
Oh boy.
I'm going to say well, I don't even know if it's like a I feel
Biology keeps coming back to my mind, honestly.
Nope. I need an answer, students. 3 seconds.
I know.
2.
I don't photocatalytic conversion.
Say it again.
Catalytic conversion? I don't know.
Catalytic conversion, unfortunately, is incorrect. It is the Haber-Bosch process, or just the Haber process. So, students still not on the board. Faculty, one more category and question, please.
I picked the last time it didn't work out. Different strategy.
Well, should we do Eureka
Basics.
again? Mike,
Sure,
we
why
think.
not?
Back to basics, like 300.
Sure.
Okay, back to basics for 300. And
This
your
is a
question
great
is,
I get it wrong, I'm going to kill you.
this type of bridge uses the least amount of material. Civil or materials? One or the other? Tell me what type of bridge uses the least amount of materials.
There's the card game bridge. I don't know.
I like that.
Bridge. There's cantilever bridge, right?
Did you say suspension? Was that the first thing you said?
Suspension is a type. Cantilever
Is there the arch kind?
Oh, the arch kind.
Alas, no one on this group is a faculty member in civil engineering, but faculty, I need a guess. What type of bridge?
Everyone good with suspension?
How about a drawbridge?
Sure.
I don't know.
Final answer?
Not draw.
Suspension?
Go ahead, Mike. We trust.
All right. Let's
Okay.
go with suspension.
That is, in
Bridge.
fact, correct. The lucky guess from the faculty, the type of bridge that uses the least material is a suspension bridge. So, faculty, go up with 2 questions. Alumni, category and dollar amount, please.
What do we want? CWRU history or Road to Eureka?
History was good, even though I think technical challenge, I think a Wheatstone bridge is technically the least material out of all the bridges. that
I
would have
almost
said so.
answered that.
Come on.
Yeah, let's stick
History
with
for 400.
Okay, CWRU history for 400. Your question is, which of the following has not been a mascot of CWRU or one of its founding institutions? Would it be the Pioneers, the Rough Riders, the Jaguars, or the Cheetahs?
I don't recognize
Pioneer?
Jaguars or cheetahs. Obviously, Rough
Yeah.
Riders is one. So Pioneers, I don't recognize, but it sounds plausible.
I agree.
Only one of them was not a mascot of the university or its preceding institutions. Take a
I
guess,
feel like
alumni.
Jaguars feels more plausible than cheetahs. I feel like cheetahs is a no.
Yeah.
Final
Jaguars
answer?
is a lot. Yeah, yeah. Let's do that.
So cheetahs is the one that's no.
That's my best guess. Yeah.
Okay. Final
We're gonna go
answer?
cheetahs.
Alumni say cheetahs, and once again, an extremely lucky guess. It was, in fact, the cheetahs. All three other categories were at one point or another a mascot of the university or its preceding institutions. Students, another chance to get on the board. I need your category and dollar amount, please.
This is it. We're gonna get this. But
Can we do Eureka?
yeah,
Let's
do
try
Eureka.
Eureka.
For 400.
On the road to Eureka for 400, your question is, this department is combining forced assembly co-extrusion and commodity plastics to manufacture high-performance material equitable to Kevlar. I
Material
believe that's
science
high
department?
performance.
Yeah, so that's
plastic.
got to be material science and engineering.
That makes
right?
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Material science.
Cool.
Say again, your final answer?
Department of Material Science.
Alas, it is the Polymer and Macromolecular Science and Engineering Department. So very close in the same general vein, but not quite correct. No! All right, we go back to the faculty, and this will likely be our last round. So faculty, I need a category and dollar amount.
Should we try Eureka for 300?
Or you want to go for the 400 and take a guess?
Oh, let's go with Eureka.
Okay.
Okay, on the road to Eureka for 300. Your question is, this department is trying to stop the toxic algae blooms on Lake Erie by designing a system of filters that will clean runoff from farms.
So I'm pretty sure this is civil, right? But does anybody know for sure?
I don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure, but that sounds like a really good guess.
I mean, that, yeah.
All right, faculty, final answer?
I think it's civil.
The department cleaning toxic algae from Lake Erie is the Civil Engineering Department. So, two lucky guesses in a row. I believe that is putting the faculty pretty close to the top, but the alumni and students have one more try. Alumni, please give me a category and dollar amount.
Jim, I think it's your turn.
Yeah. So for some reason, I'm not seeing the screen. Do we want to do Road to Eureka for 400? How do we feel about that? All right, Road to Eureka.
Actually, the road to Eureka for 400 is gone. It's either who's that faculty for 400 or 200 in Eureka.
LOL, my bad. You guys want to do who's that faculty? No? Okay. You know what? Let's do on road. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's do on road to Eureka 300.
200?
200.
All right, on the road to Eureka for 200. And your question is, this department is trying to stop climate change by finding a way of capturing and storing excess carbon dioxide.
That sounds an awful lot like chemical engineering.
Yeah, that sounds like chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's plausible.
Final answer?
Chemi.
Chemical engineering.
The alumni are correct. That is the Chemical Engineering Department, who is working on capturing and sequestering carbon dioxide. So students, you have one last chance to get on the board in Jeopardy. I need your choice for category and dollar amount.
All right.
We got to go big or go home.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there on live TV. We've been getting such hard questions. We're gonna go for who's that faculty for 400. We're gonna go a different route.
All right, who's that faculty for 400? Pictured there in her crib, who's this faculty member?
Okay, I see blonde hair there. I don't know if that does anything, but any guesses?
Does everyone know? Is like Del Toro? I don't know.
So
That's
students,
actually not a bad guess.
Dr.
Students,
Collins, I have no idea.
There is a hint that comes with this,
Oh,
and I
maybe
will
Senior
tell you
Collins. Oh.
that this faculty
Oh, hint,
member
please.
currently develops robots that can traverse and operate in new environments.
Okay, that's Del Toro. That's Dr. I think it's Catherine Del Toro. I don't want to butcher that.
Final
but it's
answer?
Dr. Del Toro. Do I have to say the first name?
What did you say?
Catherine Del Toro.
You are, in fact, correct. It is Catherine
Yes,
Del Toro.
let's go!
Students
Good job.
are on the board. So, students, before we end this first round and go into our break, let's get to know a few of you. Franco Craze. Franco, I hear you love to cook. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you like to cook. Particularly, do you live in the dorms? That makes cooking a little bit hard.
I do. Living in dorms does not make things hard. I actually got a kitchen. I live in the village, so I have a kitchen in my apartment. So it's very nice. I love to cook risotto. So I come from Argentina, but from like an Italian family. So we do a bunch of cooking. It's been like a really great part of our family history. And I love cooking, and I like lemon or mushroom risotto for sure.
That is quite the complicated thing to cook in a dorm or in an apartment. And I did notice on your biography that your favorite class was Veal 333, and I wasn't sure if that also had anything to do with your cooking hobby.
No, well, it's a different kind of cooking. It's entrepreneurship, actually. So it's kind of like cooking innovation and startups. But yeah, no, I love, I have a company as well. So I love like the startup world, mainly because I'm very passionate about solving problems around the community in mainly like a healthcare perspective. So yeah, so I'm trying to change how wound care happens the day of tomorrow.
Excellent. Well, that is great, and that sounds like you've got a great future ahead of you. And it's also what I get for attempting to make a dad joke about veal, so I apologize on that one. Also on the student team, we have Sam Hepp. Sam, despite the fact that you are a class of 2024, you've been to more e-weeks than you've been for years here on campus. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, before my freshman year, so it was my senior year of high school, I came to have a talk. We had friends that were from alumni and I'm from the area, and so I heard an astronaut speak, and I actually met Kelly Hendricks, who's with CAA, and talked to them a lot about everything about CASE. So one of the big reasons I'm here was that day. Really cool.
CASE Alumni Association carrying the flag and helping to recruit students. I remember that event with astronaut Don Thomas. That was a great e-week event. Glad you were able to attend that. On the faculty side, Harold, you are a former recipient of the Goody Memorial Teaching Award, which we are about to give for the 2023 academic year. So what did receiving that award mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's really because it comes from the students. I mean, that's what's great about the award. It's not like these are administrators giving it. It's students who appreciated what I did. And even though I'm really tough in the classroom, they still somehow found it in their heart to nominate me and give me this award.
That's great. And the Goody Award definitely does say a lot about the type of professors we have here at the university. And so congratulations on that. Also on the team, we have Kathy Harper. And it seems like every engineering student on campus knows you, Kathy, and they've all passed through your lab. Is it hard serving as a mentor to basically every first-year engineering student at this university?
Well, it's a little bit of I saw that was a little bit of a stretch in the bio because I've only been back on campus for 2 years. But every first year engineering student is supposed to take our course. And even if I don't have them directly in my lab, I do get to see them in lecture several times a week. And, or not several times a week, every week. And yeah, it's great to see all these people coming in, some who really know what they want to do and know what engineering is, and some that are just exploring it and helping everybody get adjusted to campus.
Well, there is no such thing as having too many mentoring experiences for new students to campus. So thank you for what you do, and I'm sure many more students will get to know you in the future. And on our returning alumni team, getting to know a few of our alumni. First, we have Kate Hart. And Kate, I know you are just the consummate nerd. You're in a band, you write fiction, you are a person of many talents. But I understand that you recently got into knitting and made something called a dead fisherman sweater?
Yeah, I did. And I brought it for show and tell. Do you want to see it?
Absolutely.
It's my masterpiece.
So where does it get its name, Dead Fisherman Sweater?
It gets that name from a story that they tell when they try to sell things like this in Ireland, where they have like different patterns for different like families, like ancient families in Ireland. And the claim is that when like a drowned sailor would wash up on the shore, this is the only way you could identify them is by what pattern their sweater had. The story turns out to be totally made up, but it does sell a lot of sweaters.
Well, it certainly puts a little bit of mythos behind your knitting habit. So thanks, Kate. And while we're talking about fashion, we certainly have another person extremely experienced in that realm on our team. Chioma, you are not just into fashion, you actually have your own successful fashion brand and company. Tell us a little bit about that and where you've been able to go with it. Uh-oh. We might have a little bit of technical difficulty there with Chioma. Chioma, you just muted, or we can come back to you in a bit? Okay, looks like we're having a little technical difficulty with Chioma, but we will get back to her. In the meanwhile, we are coming up on intermission. So if we can take a look at the scores as to where they stand right now after our round of Jeopardy, we have the students at 400, the faculty at 1,100, and the alumni in a dead heat at 1,100. So it seemed like the faculty might be running away with it, but the alumni caught up. Students, unfortunately, you have a little bit of work to do, but the game is not over yet because we're going to adjust those scores, and when we come back for Family Feud, you will have an ample opportunity to come back and win that trophy for this year. So now during intermission, it is my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Case Western Reserve University School of Engineering, Dean Raghu Balakrishnan, who is going to give some remarks and introduce this year's Goody Memorial Teaching Award. Dean Balakrishnan?
Hello, alumni, students, faculty, and friends. I'm Raghu Balakrishnan, the Charles H. Phipps Dean of the Case School of Engineering. I hope you're enjoying the engineering game, which is fast becoming an Engineers Week tradition here at Case Western Reserve. During E-Week, we take time out to honor our profession and its impact on the world. It's fitting, I think, that we not only show off our knowledge, but also our collegiality and sense of humor. And this game helps us do just that. Once again, thank you to Jim Alex Trebek Kilmer for hosting the show in his inimitable style. In December, Jim and his wife, alumna Genevieve Kilmer, welcomed their first child, and I've already reserved a space in the class of 2041 for Alexandra Kilmer. I also want to thank the team that worked so hard to put this game together, and the alumni and faculty who stepped up to represent their peers. Good luck to all in pursuit of the Michelson Morley Trophy. Also, I have the honor to introduce the winner of the Goody Memorial Teaching Award. This award is selected annually by the Engineering Honor Society Tau Beta Pi and given to a faculty member who has demonstrated exemplary commitment to undergraduate teaching. This year, the students have chosen Jason Bradshaw, a Case alumnus, mechanical engineer, and the Director of Design and Manufacturing at Sears ThinkBox. Jason shows extraordinary dedication, guidance, and inspiration, which sparks students' creativity and broadens their technical capabilities, both through the classes he leads and in his role at ThinkBox. My congratulations, Jason, and thank you for devoting yourself to our students. Please enjoy this brief video that will give you a better idea of who Jason is and why our students say he is a top prof.
So I graduated Case in 2002 with my mechanical engineering degree, and I spent over 10 years in industry applying all these design skills that I learned as an undergrad, and I built my career in designing, manufacturing, fabricating, and I have a passion for that, and I've come back, and when I teach, I bring that experience that I have out in the real world, and the students really appreciate having instructors that have been out in the real world with the kind of careers that they're pursuing. My introductory class is EMA 160, which is an introduction to design and manufacturing. And there I get all of the mechanical and aerospace engineering students and about half of the biomedical engineering students. And we just scratched the surface as the first foundational class for design and manufacturing, where they're learning graphical communication in the form of making engineering drawings. We learn CAD skills to develop their designs in the computer, as well as manufacturing processes. And then all the students go through our metal shop to create a metal hammer to learn how to use our prototyping machinery. So my other class is an advanced design and manufacturing course where I'm pushing the students further to develop their design skills and apply them for a whole range of CNC equipment. So those students in that class, I push them to the point where they are the best solid modeler designers on campus, bar none. I push them into areas and they get their professional designations and certificates as students, and very few actual engineers and designers get those certifications at all, and our students are getting them here before they leave college. And so I want to expose them to everything, but also, you know, I hold them real accountable too, right? They get a lot of attention from me in the classes, and you know, I make sure that everyone's performing as well as they can, and they're not used to it sometimes. They'll get calls and emails from me when they're not doing the right things, and I'll get them in my office and we'll talk about what's going on. I just try to make those little positive corrections where I can, and then often that means I have to listen to them and be very empathetic and figure out, you know, they're paying customers to this school, right? They have paid for an education, and it's kind of our job to make sure that they're getting what they need and they're fulfilling what we need. We're going to meet each other where that is. A rewarding part of this job, clearly, you know, receiving recognition like this is great, but what I really enjoy is, you know, many times a year I'll get that email from a student 5 years back, or a student will swing by, they haven't been in Cleveland for a while, they'll come by my office and drop in and just give me an update on where they are, and they talk about how they've used the skills that we learned together and how they've turned that into, you know, the part of their career they enjoy. And they talk about how, you know, how much they appreciate what I pushed them to do in order to kind of, you know, get to that next level. And they kept going, and, you know, a bunch of them have made incredible careers out of the skills that we all learned together in the classroom. To receive the Goody Memorial Teaching Award it's a big honor. I learned recently that it's completely driven by the students. So the students do the nominating, they do the interviewing, they do the voting, and it's all them. These are the people I'm spending all my time worried about and working with. And so to know that my efforts are kind of being recognized, that they see what I'm trying to do and they appreciate it, that really makes me happy. It makes me feel very fulfilled.
Congratulations to this year's Goody Memorial Award winner. What a great story, and obviously this does recognize excellence on campus. Also, thank you, Dean Balakrishnan, for those kind words. My daughter is 9 weeks old, and so it is only an insane amount of studio makeup hiding the bags under my eyes at the moment. But just like any family, and we are a great big family here at Case Western Reserve University, whether you're faculty, alumni, or student, you know, we all get along for the most part. But sometimes we feud. And so for the second half of the engineering game, we will be playing a round of Engineering Family Feud. So as a reminder, after our first round, the students were trailing in the scores, so they'll have an opportunity to go first. In this slightly modified Family Feud, we'll be asking each of the teams one question, and they will have up to 3 guesses to guess all of the answers on the board. The more answers they get correct, the more points they will score. Once they have 3 strikes, they are out. So, after the scores have been sensitized down, the students are at 20, the faculty are at 55, the alumni are at 55. So, with a maximum of 100 points, it is still anyone's game for eWeek 2023. Students, as the group who are trailing, you get to go first in this game of Family Feud. Are you ready?
We're more than ready.
Okay.
We're not trailing.
We have
one yet.
We have polled 100 of your peers. We polled 100 students on campus, and we asked them which professor would be the life of the party. So students, top 6 answers are on the board. Tell me, which professor would you like to go out and party with?
Professor Williams. Professor Matthew Williams.
Matthew Williams.
Okay.
Matthew Williams.
Show me. Matthew Williams, number 5 answer, 12 points. Still 5 answers to go. Who else might be the life of the party on campus?
Chris Butler. He's a popular one.
Show me Chris Butler.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
13 more points into the kitty for the students. 4 answers remain. What other professors on campus are going to be the life of the party?
I got this. James Bader.
Biology department, show me Jim Bader. Oh,
No.
Apparently 100 students did not agree with you, but
I'm
you still have
sorry.
2 more chances and 4 more answers. Tell me,
Drew
students,
Meyer.
who would be the life of the party?
That's a good one.
Drew Meyer.
Sorry, say again?
Drew Meyer.
Drew Meyer. Show me Drew Meyer. Oh, alas, the students apparently don't all party the same, but we still have 4 answers on the board. Who else might be the life of the party on campus?
I think Brian Schmidt is usually a big fan.
agree.
It's like Brian Schmidt.
Show me Brian Schmidt. The number 2 answer and 19 more points. So the students stay alive. 3 more answers, including the top answer on the board. Who do your peers want to go out and party with?
Okay, we got to think about this.
Yeah, we got to think now.
Okay. First, the logic is I feel like the ones that like
Wait.
freshman year professors, you have like a lot of students.
Daniel
you know?
Lax.
Oh yes, I love
Daniel
that.
Lax.
I love Professor Lax.
Show me Dan Lax. Oh, alas, not.
No.
We will.
Clearly, you didn't poll engineering students.
We will reveal the final questions in a second, but we still have 2 student team members we haven't met. First of all, Rauda Abudarin and Abudarin. I just can't seem to pronounce your last name, and I apologize about that, but I believe I finally have it. Abudarin? Okay. Yeah. Rauda, I'm told that you are actually the Academic Excellence Chair of the National Society of Black Engineers on campus. What's involved in that, and what does that role mean to you?
So the Academic Excellence Chair of National Society of Black Engineers is just to help create like a scholastic community within our society. So it also helps to promote high grades among our members and also to study together to make sure we get good grades and to also give the underclassmen a kind of like mentorship to like, you know, you kind of want to go in this direction with your path or you want to choose these professors. So it's like more of like a big camaraderie with academic excellence because also we go to CASE, so there's a lot of studying going around.
Excellent. Well, the faculty are nice to have, but there is certainly no substitute for peer mentoring and peer networking. So congratulations on that role, and thanks for all that you do in that. And going out with a bang, so to speak, on the students team, we have Russell Lubin. Russell, you are a member of the CASE Rocket team, and I understand you recently won a pretty major award on that team.
Yeah, last summer we went out to New Mexico in the desert. We launched our big rocket we named Lake Effect in honor of where we live. And we competed against almost about 160 other teams, and we got first place in our category, flying to 10,000 feet, and second place in the entire competition, which we're really proud of. This year we're looking at going back to the same place, but flying in the 30,000 foot category, and we're really excited. I made the fins today, so they're getting ready to be put on the rocket tonight.
Excellent. Well, I wish you luck at that, and congratulations on last year's win. I have been to a number of the Rocket Club launches in Mid-Ohio, always exciting events. So anyone who has the ability to get to one of those launches, always a good time. So unfortunately, the students used up their 3 strikes, but there were still 3 professors on the board who students at CASE think would be the life of the party. Who's number 6? Richard Bachman. And the number 3 answer? One of the faculty here on our team, Michael Hoare. Michael, will need to apparently have to get you out for a party after the show. And the top answer on the board, who is the most partying professor? Heidi Martin. So, Thank you, students. You didn't do too badly. 3 out of 6 answers is a pretty good ratio. But now we'll be moving on to the alumni team. Alumni and faculty are tied, and we'll see if the faculty are able to pull out a win at the very end. But for now, let's go to the alumni team. And alumni, we also polled 100 students. The top 6 answers in their question are on the board. And once we get the question up here, tell me, where do 100 students think the best place on campus to take a nap is?
All right. Can people hear me now?
Yes, we got you.
Kelvin Smith has to be on there, right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
Bingham used to be my spot.
Your dorm room.
What are we going with first?
Take a guess.
I think Kelvin Smith is a good first guess.
Show me KSL. Ooh, apparently not the popular spot it used to be. I guess the librarians have gotten aggressive about kicking people out. But still 2 chances and 6 answers on the board. Alumni, tell me, where is the best place on campus to take a nap?
So I heard Bingham was good. Has anyone talked about Yoast? I know they have couches, but I'm not sure if that.
How about Tink?
Oh yeah, Tink's probably popular. That's a good next guess, maybe.
Final answer.
Tink.
The Tink. Ooh.
Is this a trick question? Do students nap anymore?
I see the
or what is
students in
this?
the background nodding and cheering. They know the answers, but apparently things have changed since our alumni have been on campus. But 6 answers on the board, still one more chance. Alumni, tell me, where is the best place on campus to take a nap?
Could the answer be like a really boring class? Like, are we going to call out a class for being really
No, they
terribly
are
boring?
they are places. I can't tell you that.
Okay.
That feels a little sideways, yeah. I mean, your dorm room was a little sideways of an answer. I don't know if I believe in it.
I like it.
Okay, show me dorm room. The number 5 answer and 14 points. So now that we have Chioma back, Chioma Onukwire, you are more than just a fashion appreciator. You are a fashion entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. So I actually started Chimu here at Case, and I've done a lot of things in ThinkBox. The idea came to me because I wanted African fashion to be at the forefront in America. So I've worked with a lot of like African designers, and where that has taken me in recent years, I've been to New York Fashion Week, Michigan Fashion Week, Ohio, and they recently invited me to Paris Fashion Week, but I really don't have time for that. So I said no, but it's been really fun. I've learned a lot from doing fashion, and right now I'm learning to take a season of rest to avoid burnout. So yeah.
As a fellow business owner, I highly applaud that. Taking time to take care of number one when you're an entrepreneur is sometimes one of the hardest things to do, but congratulations on your success. Turning down Paris Fashion Week is certainly a position we can all aspire to someday. But speaking of people who have all the time in the world to go to Paris, Frank Merritt. Frank, you've been a professor here at Case for over 40 years, but you are now retired and a member of the board of the Case Alumni Association. How are you spending your time, and what's the best part of being retired?
Sleeping late in the morning.
Also something you don't get to do as an entrepreneur. I see Chioma nodding her head.
Yes, I'm a late night person, 1 or 2 a.m. or later, and up at 9 or 10.
Does it work for faculty the same way that it works for students? Do you ever snap awake in the middle of the night from a nightmare that you forgot to grade the final exams? No comment from Frank on that one.
No. Actually, what you do is you get the nightmares about what in the world is that reviewer going to say about that paper.
Not the classroom experience, but the publish or perish aspects of academia. I have to say that I have been out of Case for 25 years at this point, and every once in a while I still have that dream about showing up for a class that I didn't study for.
And it's even worse on proposals.
So, alumni, you've got one correct guess and one more try. Tell me, Out of the remaining 5 answers, where is the best place to sleep on campus?
Come on, we need some help.
Oh, I was thinking about the quad, but it kind of depends on what month you ask the students, right? If you
That's
ask
true.
like this month, no one would say that.
Mm-hmm.
Do people nap in Nord still? What about Twing? I was just spitballing.
Twing? Is Twing too loud? I don't know.
All right, alumni, final
What's
answer.
happening there?
What are you guys thinking? Somebody say something?
Need a guess.
Go ahead.
Twing?
Okay, show me.
Try it.
Twing. The number 4 answer and 16 more points for the alumni. You stay alive for one more guess.
Oh no.
Out of
We're running
100
places.
students, what are the remaining 4 answers of best places to sleep on campus?
Okay, things we've talked about. We talked about Nord. We talked about the quad. We talked about Bingham. Anything else we talked about?
Where is really quiet? What's a nice quiet place with some comfortable couches?
That's why I always like Bingham. I don't know how
Yeah.
popular it is anymore, though.
Okay, need an answer.
I would have thought a library.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was our first guess.
Yeah, KSL wasn't on there.
I don't think the museums don't count as part of campus, right?
5
Officially,
seconds,
so-
alumni.
No, I don't
Need
think
an
so.
answer.
Throw something out.
Did
Somebody-
we say Bingham already?
Let's try Bingham. Let's try it. We've been talking
Show
about
me
it for a while.
Bingham. The number 1 answer and 20 out of 100 students.
Whoa!
So going with your gut apparently pays off, and some things are forever. I slept in Bingham quite a bit in my day, but there's still 3 answers on the board, and you are alive with 1 guess. Alumni, where's still the best place to sleep on campus?
Ah,
We've got Nord and the quad on our list. What do you think?
Mhm.
Want to do Nord?
Nord?
Actually, people sleeping there.
I think
Nord.
an indoor choice seems good.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Yeah.
choice. That's safe.
Show me Nord. 19 points. The alumni really racking up the points, making it hard on the faculty to come. But 2 more answers, 1 more guess. What's the best place to nap on campus?
Okay. I know I said Yost, but again, I don't know if that's the best place to nap.
The athletic center? Maybe. If you're really tired from a workout, you just collapse in the lobby.
You mean like Veal?
Yeah.
Plausible.
Veal?
Final answer?
Try it.
Veal?
Show
Veal.
me Veal. Oh, alas,
Sorry,
not.
guys. Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
you did very well, racked up a lot of
Went a long
points in
way.
that round. Before we reveal the final answers, we do have 1 final alumni on the team. Alex Scheppelman, you should be very at home on tonight's broadcast because you spend a lot of time on internet broadcasts. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel called Super Make Something, and it's a channel about DIY projects, engineering, math, programming, and my hope is that anybody that watches can learn that making can be fun, and hopefully it inspires them to learn CAD or learn programming or pick up an Arduino and get started on their engineering journey.
Excellent. So that is certainly the way many people learn these days, watching internet videos, and congratulations on being a YouTuber. An interesting life. But show us, well, it's not really your entire life, because you're also an engineer at NASA Glenn Research Center, but it's an interesting sideline nonetheless. So 2 answers remain on the board. What were the last 2 places to sleep on campus? Number 6? ThinkBox, among the comforting buzz of 3D printers.
There's
And
way too much excitement there. Who could sleep there?
maybe on an upper floor. And number 3, Sears. Some vending machines and a couple of 1950s couches. What more do you need? Well, the alumni did very well on this, but they are not untouchable. Coming into it with the same base score as the alumni are the faculty. Faculty, are you ready for your final shot at glory in 2023? All right, we have a question for you. Once again, we have asked 100 students, and the top answers are on the board. There are only 4 of them. But if CSE students were sponsored by a brand, what brand would that be?
Do you think
It
something
would be
with a
like
lot of
Red Bull
caffeine?
because they never sleep and they work all the time.
Like Red Bull or Starbucks.
I was thinking Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Isn't that a
Possibly
bad idea?
Einstein's because it's there, but Starbucks is my first thought.
Yeah.
Sure. Or Duncan.
Sure.
They go to Duncan a lot.
They do go to Dunkin' a lot too, yeah.
Yeah. Good call.
Okay, a lot of good ideas there. Faculty, take a guess. What brand might sponsor CSE students?
Okay, Mike, you go. You guess.
Oh. Okay. Let's go Starbucks.
Show me Starbucks. The number 2 answer and 29 points, which also means that there is a even larger point value somewhere above it. So faculty, what other brands might sponsor our caffeine-addicted students?
Well, you think if that / coffee company means then Duncan is out, so we shouldn't do another coffee one?
Oh, yeah, good call.
What I think that means too.
Is the Jolly Scholar a brand?
I don't know. It's worth it. I think Red Bull is worth thinking about.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, need a guess?
Brian, what do you think?
Let's try it.
Okay, show me Red Bull. The number 1 answer and a whopping 33 points. Also covering the other energy drink companies, but Red Bull obviously the most popular. Before we move on, we've got another Goody Memorial Teaching Award recipient on the team. From 2018, we have Dr. Michael Hoare. Michael, you are known for making polymers fun on campus, so tell us, what is the most fun thing about polymers?
Oh man, the thing that's fun about polymers, they're everywhere. We're made of polymers. We use them for everything. They have analogs with quantum field theory. They're amazing. You can simulate them. You can not simulate them. They're the best.
I see many students laughing. I suspect they would really enjoy not simulating polymers.
Can I ask what's a polymer?
A long string-like molecule.
Thanks.
We can invite you to our
answer
class when
that.
Mike gives the guest lecture on that.
Yeah, we can do that.
And Harold Konemacher making the computer engineers look bad, not knowing what the polymers are. I have that degree too, Harold. Come on. But we have one more faculty member, and happens to be a fairly new faculty member, Brian Taylor, who is also an alumni of the university. Brian, you are amongst the many very talented dual musician engineers we have here on campus. And I understand you've recently released an album. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I have an album. It's called Spirito Sereno. It's got 3 original compositions of mine, and it's got 3 sort of jazz interpretations from Les Miserables.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's me on trumpet and it's a jazz album, so it's me playing trumpet and a bunch of my friends on piano, bass, drums, and baritone saxophone.
Well, congratulations. I hope it does well. And if there's one thing that students in jazz have in common, I think it is their addiction to caffeine. So with 2 caffeine-related answers on the board, faculty, tell me, what other brands might be willing to sponsor CSE students?
What's the pizza place that they go to?
Oh,
Rascal House?
Rascal
Yeah,
House.
maybe Rascal House.
That was a thing when I was a student.
We order a lot of it for him, yeah. That's a good thought.
All right, final answer?
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, I hope this isn't up there because not a big fan of Rascal House pizza myself, and I ate so much of it. I certainly don't want to anytime soon. No offense to Rascal House. I know they do a great business on campus, but show me Rascal House. No, so pizza joints would not be a good answer. But you still have 2 chances and 2 answers on the board. So tell me, who might sponsor our students?
Do students use anything in particular to like carry things around? Like would Apple be a good sponsor, or would be like a company that makes the thing you put the iPad in be a good sponsor?
Well, they collaborate on Google Docs a lot. Is Google?
Yeah, Google. That could be.
Okay, final answer?
Oh, MATLAB's always a good choice.
All right, let's see if any one of the 100 students thought that Google would be a great sponsor for CSE. Show me Google. Oh, no. Going for the big corporate sponsors, apparently not what the students are after this year. So one more chance, 2 answers on the board. Tell me what other company might sponsor CSE students.
So there's the scooters they ride around on.
I don't know what a huge portion of the class does that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we see them lined up at Einstein's a lot, but I think that's more for coffee, but a lot of them get their lunch there.
That's true. That's true.
But then we have a lot of food already. I don't know.
I mean, but can you ever run out of food?
Is there more caffeine we haven't picked?
Well, maybe like Grubhub or DoorDash would.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right.
I see the orders like lined up in Tomlinson.
That's true.
Need an answer, faculty. What brands would sponsor CSE students?
You want to do it?
Sure.
Go for it.
Grubhub/DoorDash.
Show me Grubhub, DoorDash, food delivery. Oh, alas not. But there are still 2 answers on the board. Let's find out what the students thought would be a good sponsor. Number 4. MATLAB.
Oh.
These are engineering students.
Dang.
And the number 3 answer, Texas Instruments.
I didn't know they still use calculators.
They do in my class.
It turns out that nerds are still nerds. So we've got two tech and engineering related companies and 2 mainline infusions of caffeine. But nonetheless, that is the end of our Family Feud game. So while our judges tally up this year's scores and see if the faculty got enough to pull it out, I would like to take a moment to thank everyone here at Case Western Reserve University and the Case School of Engineering. In particular, thanks to the creator of the engineering game, Joel Leinbach, the Case Alumni Association, particularly Kelly Hendricks and Mary McMillan, everybody here at MediaVision, Davey, Tim, Byron, Jeanette, and the whole team that put this together, as well as Dean Balakrishnan and the staff over at the Case School of Engineering. Couldn't do this without you. Hope everyone enjoyed their time here at the Engineering Game 2023. So, did the faculty pull it out? Which team will reign supreme in the Engineering Game this year? It was the alumni by only 7 points, 124 to the faculty at 117, students at 64. So the alumni do it again and get the 2nd ring on the Michelson Morley Memorial Fountain Trophy. This trophy will receive the 2023 ring and will be on display in the dean's office for the remainder of the year, reminding everyone of what the alumni accomplished here this evening. So congratulations, alumni. Faculty, still 0 and 3. But students 1 and 3, nothing to be ashamed of. And we'll be back here in 12 months to do it again for eWink 2024. So on behalf of the Case Alumni Association and the Case School of Engineering, my name is Jim Kilmer. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. Good night.